Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well and you and your family, you're doing great, and I hope things have not been too expensive for you to buy. You'll be surprised the amount you spend on the little things you bring home these days. With that all being said, today's topic is parent. Protect your child. Regardless of how you're parenting your child, whether you are a birth parent, adopted parent, foster parent, neighbor parent, whatever way you've become a parent, please protect your child. The reason why I decided to do this video because about some days ago, it was about a 17-year-old boy who became a father. But what became bad about this news that the woman who is the mother of the child used to be his babysitter, so she's way older. So from the story, it seems that she's been abusing that child since he was 11, since the age of 11. So the boy was talking to the person that was interviewing him. Then he said that when he was 11, she came up with this game where she touches him almost every part of his body, and then she'll ask him, let's play a game. When I touch you, I'll ask you if you're nervous. Like when I touch him, are you nervous? Are you nervous? That's how she kept touching him in every part of his body until she finally started having her way with him and then told him not to tell anybody. That's how it all went on until she became pregnant. So at the age of 70, he was a father. And his child was about 3 or 4 because I saw him running by himself on the playground. So it means he might have even impregnated her when he was like 14. So that's why I decided to come up with this video. Please, parent, protect your child. Be mindful of the people you leave your children with. People have said this before. There are a lot of news and a lot of message about this telling everyone to please protect their children. I'm coming with mine. And I'm saying, please protect your child. Abuse is real. People abuse children a lot. So when I saw the news, it then took me back to when I was little. At about the age of 11, 12. Because I did not grow up with my parents. So I grew up with my auntie who happened to be married to this big family. So they were living in a massive family house. So Africa, we do have what they call NEPA failure. So when the light goes off, everybody just come back outside and chill to get fresh air. So that was how I came out that day. It was in the evening, so everywhere was dark. So I was just lying on the bench. Someone sit close to me. So when I opened my eyes, it was one of the family friends. There's this guy is a friend to the family that usually come from his own end to play with some other guys of his age in that family I was living with. So it was just normal. I thought he wanted to sit, and I just shifted my leg and I gave him a space to sit. And after a while, a voice came into my ear. It was like, I'll give you money to take to school. Oh, I was like, oh, thank you. It wasn't new because this house I was living, there was a lot of uncles. And they were all working class kind of uncles. And then they give you money even when you don't need it. So when he said, I'll give you money to take to school, I was just like, oh, because it's normal. Because it was just normal because they gift you money all the time in the house. And when I said, oh, thank you, bros, and I went back to sleep. And I started feeling somebody touching my leg up to my thigh. I was like, bros, what are you doing? He said, don't worry. I told you I'll give you money to take. So I said, if you touch me again, I'm going to tell everybody. I'll scream. So when I said I got up, so at the time he got up, the light came on. I could remember vividly what happened that night. To tell you how awful it is for a person to go through abuse. Just imagine if he had had his way with whatever thing he was thinking at that day. I don't know how I would have healed from it. Because if I could still remember the attempt of almost being abused as a child vividly, even at this age that I am now. Just imagine if he had had his way. That is what I'm telling you. For the fact people don't talk doesn't mean it's not happening. Please, parent, protect our children. Protect your children, please. Abuse is real. Abuse is real. And you'll be amazed at the people who abuse kids these days. You need to teach them about the X word education, guys. They are never too young. All you need to do is to explain to them according to their age. I started very young with my kids, my daughters, my son, because you need to come to those children in the way that they understand, to explain some certain things. And as they grow older, you talk to them in talking to them, or as they grow older, you advance the advice or the education, because then they will understand. The older they get, they understand. Let them know that nobody is supposed to touch you anywhere. Be whoever, whether from family, friend, neighbor, or whatever. Nobody is meant to touch you anywhere. Let your children know. A man is not supposed to, let your children know nobody is supposed to touch them anywhere. Let the girls know that even a fellow girl like them is not supposed to touch them anywhere. Or a woman, whether older or younger. Let their sons know that nobody is supposed to touch them anywhere. Not even uncle, not even auntie, not even anybody, nobody, no grown-up, or not even a neighbor. And another thing you need to let your children know, that anybody that comes up to try to touch them in any way or any form, and the person is explaining to them, don't tell anybody. Tell them that the person is a bad person. For that reason, that is even when they need to actually tell the world about it. And anyone that tell them, oh, I will buy you something like this, I'll buy you this and that, I'll buy you Xbox, I'll buy you PlayStation, whatever. Because kids like games so much today, only God knows whatever they're going to be using to be enticing them. Tell them that anybody that gives you a condition in order for them to have a way with you, that person is a demon, is a bad person. You need to say something about it. You need to speak out. If the person promises you anything, don't let them have their way. Come and tell me right away, and I promise to buy you that thing the person promised you. Nobody is supposed to touch you anywhere. It is wrong. So please, wherever you are, if you have the urge of abusing children, I beg you in the name of God, stop it. It is not good. It is not good. Don't have pleasure in abusing kids in any form. It is so hurting. It is so hurting. It's so painful. When I see those things on the news, the thought of it just makes me boil. So please, do not do anything like that to any child. So parents, I beg you, protect your children. Speak to your children. Let them know where and when nobody should touch them. And if the person eventually does or try or even make any attempt, let them know the person is trying to hurt them. The person is trying to damage them. The person is trying to destroy them. Tell them that is not a play. Not a play. Please teach your kids things. And please even teach your children to learn not to even sit on anybody's lap. I know not everybody meant harm, but we don't know who meant harm. So for that reason, always avoid your daughters, especially your daughters. Tell them to avoid sitting on people's lap. So that was just it about the story. So when that happened, I remember my childhood story. I was so pissed and I was vexed. So I thought I'd share this with you guys. There are abusers all over the world. People abuse kids, and you'll be amazed how close they are to us as family, friends, and all. So we can't go telling them now, please don't come close to my kids. But what we need to do is talk to our children. Please don't go close to this person. Don't let people entice you, telling you, if you let me touch here, I will give you this. I've heard series of stories from other people that I know about their childhood abuse they went through, or even people, the child abuse they escaped growing up as a child. Before you count up to 30 women, one person will tell you that somebody actually abused them or even made an attempt to. So please, abuse is real. People are abusing kids. The one that pains me the most is the sexual one. Seriously. There are a lot of stories everywhere. Imagine a full grown up